Target and Walmart brought down the entire industry as far as big box stores are concerned, including Costco. And Costco has earnings tomorrow. And a lot of people are worried about these earnings because what if they repeat exactly what Target and Walmart did? And I'm here to tell you that I think that there's a little bit of a different dynamic with Costco's earnings that report tomorrow. That'll be Thursday, May 26, 2022. And I'll be live for those earnings, by the way, at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time to cover them as they come in. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell as well. But it is so different, the business model that Costco employs over a Walmart and Target. And it has everything to do with their memberships. The memberships, you're forced to pay this membership to even shop at Costco. And the beauty about all this is that consumers are going to want to get their money's worth. And so if I'm spending $120 a year for the executive plan, I want to make sure that I'm actually going there to take advantage of the low markups that Costco offers. And we all know, if you're a Costco shopper, how incredible the business is and how incredible the shopping experience is there at Costco. You could just get lost forever, right? And I want to look at how this compared to BJ's. So BJ's is a similar business model in that you have to pay a membership fee to actually shop there, and then as a result, you get bulk items that are with low markups. So similar business model, right? And completely different than what we saw from Target and Walmart. Some of the other concerns here with Target and Walmart was that, oh, well, what if Costco doesn't see the same type of consumer spending that they just like Target and Walmart did? Yeah, costs are higher. Shipping costs are much higher, and they're dealing with inflationary issues. But one key thing here that a lot of people are overlooking as far as Target and Walmart's concerned was that consumer spending and sales were actually higher than what the expectation was from the street. Yeah, earnings were bad, and earnings were really bad, especially because of incurred costs due to inflation. But the consumer is still very strong. And if Costco has figured this out, which I have every ounce of faith that they did, I think they could come in and crush earnings. Their expected earnings per share tomorrow is around $3.03, $51.52 billion in revenue, which is just unbelievable. They bring on members, millions of members every single year. And I have reason to believe that because of this membership, that's what's going to hold them afloat. And the sell-off that we saw as a result of Target and Walmart is going to provide a significant opportunity. And I think we could see Costco pop tomorrow. Of course, this is never a guarantee. It's always risky going into earnings, right? But I think, in my opinion, this is set up to do really well, especially if they come in and surprise to the upside on their earnings tomorrow. Let's take a look at the chart real quick so I can show you guys exactly what I'm looking at and where I can see this stock going if they beat or even if they miss. Let's take a look here. So we look at this stock right now, and obviously you can see the gap down, right? This is exactly when Walmart, Target actually ended up shitting the bed on their earnings and had poor execution as far as my opinion is concerned, if anybody was wondering what mine was. But look at this. It came down at 406. And it is trading at a high multiple. We look at this at 33 times next year's earnings. So it is a little bit on the high side. But again, I think that they come in with good earnings and they kind of bump the trend as far as these big box retailers is concerned, then I think Costco does deserve to be bought up at a premium. You look at the 200-day moving average at $509 a share, which it wasn't that far off of before the significant gap down. And then we have $539 at the 50-day. You look at this RSI, it is in extreme oversold conditions. So the risk reward, in my opinion, is quite good. I mean, even if they come in line with earnings, let's just say they come in line, they meet expectations. It's still at a point to where I think that it could go up just because of that, because things are so bad that now they look good. So in my opinion, I think Costco is actually going to do quite well. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this, but just looking at the chart here, it definitely looks like a solid opportunity to get in here. So a couple of things also that I wanted to just bring about as far as, this comparison with BJ's and the Walmart Target saga. I don't know if I don't even know how, if BJ's is regional or how, or national rather than regional, but BJ's is all over the place in where I live. And, comparable sales increased 14% year over year for a small outfit like BJ's. Membership fees increased 12%, and earnings per share increased 39% over the last year. Merchandise gross margin rate, which excludes gas and membership fees, because remember, they have gas stations as well, which they absolutely crushed on, obviously, that decreased 30 basis points due to supply chain issues. And so if Costco comes in and actually has an increased basis points on merchandise gross margin rate, this stock should go off. It should go absolutely insane. Some people could make the argument that we look at this as well, okay, well, Sam's has a membership, but they also have Walmart, right? That's also holding them back. And Target and Walmart misread where the consumer was going, discretionary versus non-discretionary. Costco has a lot more non-discretionary items than Target and Walmart both have. And so I think because this is a specialized area, and let's also just get the elephant out of the room, Costco is in areas where mid to higher level income people live. And I think that that's where a lot of money is being spent. We just saw Williams Sonoma absolutely crush it, and they're a higher end product, right? So I think that there is some reason to believe why Costco will absolutely crush earnings. And I could be completely wrong and everything tanks, but to me, I think this is a really good opportunity. I would love to hear from you guys as well on this. So let me know in the comments below what you think about Costco. One other caveat to this, okay, that I also want to emphasize on Costco's earnings, and it might not get released in earnings, but we're about 18 months removed from the last time they announced a special dividend. Now, last time they announced a special dividend, it was at $10 a share. And this is an incredible a catalyst, an incredible event for Costco. Each time they announced a special dividend due to outperformance, the stock goes crazy. The employees that participate in their stock employee program also go crazy. The stock goes nuts usually when that happens. Their regular dividend, their quarterly dividend, comes in at around 79 cents per share. So this is 1,000 times, multiple of what their normal dividend is when it comes to their special dividend. I'm not saying that it's going to happen this quarter, but I think that it could be happening soon. Historically, it's usually every 2 years we'll see this. So we're a little bit early on this, but I think it's just worth bringing up because it is a major catalyst. If you're a longtime holder of Costco and you're worried about the stock, I think, in my opinion, this is just what I would do, as I hold Costco to my long-term account. I don't even look at it. I think that you just look at this as, well, this is just a bump in the road. I'm going to hold out for that special dividend still and reinvest it because that's the smart thing to do, in my opinion. But that to me is going to be the big catalyst for Costco if they come in and announce a special dividend. It's not too often they'll announce it during an earnings call, but you just never know. And you don't want to be out of it in case that something like that happens, because then you just miss the run. I mean, I'm talking massive moves when that special dividend gets announced. So again, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'll be live again tomorrow at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time to cover these earnings live, along with a lot of other ones too. We got Baba, Dollar Tree, Dollar General that will be reporting in the morning, and then Zscaler, Costco, Ulta, a bunch of other ones that'll be reporting in the afternoon as well. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow.